football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Oklahoma's offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Looking for a gap. It's Ott. Spins away from the defense. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Makes the grab. It's Burks. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bringing a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him. So a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Finds his man. It's Gibson. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the yards with their football? A little ballet moment there. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
The Sooners will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So Syracuse's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And David, they've got a tight end who might not be a superstar, but he always seems to be in the right place, always ready to be a safety valve for this quarterback.
No, and this guy dictates to the defense. It's so nice to be able to move him around. He's the chess piece. He's the playmaker on offense that can do a a lot of things, and if they're going to be successful, the big tight end's going to be the reason why.
And he's a very reliable target, too. We've seen him make some really tough catches and some big moments for this offense. He's going to have to do that in this game today. The defense is keying on him. They know that's where the quarterback's eyes are going to be going early and often in this game, so the tight end's got to step up.
They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Ross. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Cook. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Plays like that, a common sight for Syracuse fans a year ago as Kyle McCord led the nation in passing. The Orange won 10 games, won their highest profile bowl in a quarter of a century. Without McCord, what's the expectation now, David?
I mean, it was crazy, first of all, what Fran Brown did. Like, to take Syracuse and to make them believe, and then the high-flying offense, but now completely retooling, reloading like all the pass catchers at the quarterback spot. So interested to watch this offense and how they put it together, because last year they found an absolute diamond in the rough.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Willis.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Well, we've seen this a couple times on this drive now, but having a lot of success with the quarterback sneak, and there's something going on up front right now, whether it's just the offensive line getting a better push or he's finding the crease to the right side of the center or to the left side. Whatever he's doing, it's working. The defense has not been able to stop him, and they just ride the center and the QB sneaks.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Give to the running back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
3rd down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Gibson. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Finds the tight end. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
I like the adjustments from this offense from 1st possession to 2nd. Like 1st possession, you could tell maybe a little bit nervous, maybe just not starting the way they wanted to, didn't script the plays, but now putting a good drive together, a good response from punting last drive.
To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Huggins. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
The Sooners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return in inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. The guy's not wide open. You've got to throw that football away because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and goal.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. The give to the tailback. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
2nd down, he'll throw it. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
He makes the catch. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Got a man, it's Gibson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Looking to the big tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Huggins. Touchdown, Sooners! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up.
Brings it in down the left side. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Ross. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gill. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Gonna look downfield again. Bears the pressure. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
It's such an advantage for a defense when you can add to your pass rush by blitzing guys, but especially when you've got a middle linebacker like that can collapse and push the pocket into the lap of the quarterback.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Back to pass. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route, and by the time he got his head around, the ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds his tight end. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here.
Now, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, third and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these third downs.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
The offense lines up at its own 14-yard line. First down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way, but this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
To the air, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Short of Indiana's Curt Cignetti, perhaps no one had a more impressive debut in 2024 than Fran Brown at Syracuse, and they're set up well to continue their success.
Well, Fran Brown did a great job in the portal bringing in Kyle McCord at quarterback. He really helped ignite the offense. Now all of a sudden you've got to replace that missing piece. So I think a big part of the success this year, David, for Syracuse offense, can you score points and can you have a consistent signal call?
Yeah, because you're losing that quarterback first of all and all the guys he was throwing to. So they won 10 games way ahead of schedule. Fran Brown promising now. Got to do it. Got to reload with some new cast of characters and a little more difficult schedule.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Willis. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a fourth down. The Orange will have to punt. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Finds a little space.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Mateer. Gets it out fast. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Looking to throw on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
Touchdown, Cuse! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, we're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward. I know you want to stretch the field horizontally, but Working a little vertical in wouldn't hurt either.
No, it wouldn't, and you got to be able to work with some space. There's an entire field that we got to attack on offense right now. That was just way too much work for little gain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Rides to back and leaves it. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Burks.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line in a hurry with some extra hot sauce, you have to do it. Good job by the quarterback understanding zone and hitting that curl.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that we can win this game.
He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Fires to the big fella. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Wants to go up top on first down. That's reeled in. It's Gill. Turning it on. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. got him downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, how about if you're the defense right now? You've been on the field, you've given up a lot of yards on this drive, but if they go for this here on fourth down and you come up with one more stop, that is a huge play, and that's got to give you some confidence.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop in the 19. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
To the ground. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Wants to throw. It's Mateer. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense, forcing the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And they finally get to this guy, and he's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around, and I think they got used to it in the first half, and now, if they want to win this football game, they got to continue to catch that fast joker and get him on the ground.
The Sooners send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Syracuse, with that legacy of running backs, just ripped off a huge one there. Let's see what they've got this time. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He leaves it with his back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ross. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. That was a really well-run route on the curl to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
On the run, it's Willis. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
The kick is on its way, and nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
And the Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And this passing game has him calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the 2nd half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Huggins. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll go to the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
The Sooners are marching down the field. Off play action on first down. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They'll run it. It's on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have him first and goal.
Really nice run there, and you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. They go 83 yards on the drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. With the catch, it's Gill. Oh, he's got some space. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Willis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
From the gun, give on the inside. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Looking for room, it's Willis. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air on second down. That's caught. It's Willis. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Orange.
This is an offense that wants to take shots in the pass game. That time they went play action, and they were throwing the go route. That's one-on-one. Who's faster? The receiver gets in behind the defender. He is able to make the catch and take it in for the score.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They'll leave it with him. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Got it in the middle. It's Gibson. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line, it's Huggins. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking for a man, it's Batir. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Sweet cut there. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
brings up.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Going to sling it on second down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Back to throw, it's Mateer. The short hands, it's Gibson. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
At the 47-yard line. Now, 4th down.
And the Sooners will punt it away on 4th down.
Punts it away.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the catch. It's Gill. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got the back over the middle. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Willis. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss, trying to get that first down.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Here comes the heat. Turns it loose. It's caught. There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sooners! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Lining up to add another.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Quickly to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Here's a throw downfield late. Wide open, he makes the catch. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on first down. Wide open downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Wants to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Gill. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have 1st and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Syracuse. And they take it in for 6 more points.
All right, big touchdown makes it a 9-point game. You got to kick the extra point right now, and then you've got to find a way somehow, some way to get the football back. You're going to have to score again and go for 2. A lot has to go right, but at least you get that touchdown to give yourself an opportunity.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a 1-possession game. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. 1-possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes tendencies to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.